Go ahead.
Fire bridges. Most of the engines on Solo make fire bridges of their own life. Some engines go to the docks, some engines go to the diesel works, and some engines in particular go to the Stimpine Quarry where Brick Canna Kick works. The Stimpine Quarry is the Flying Kipper Quarry where they go, and it's a flying kipper docks. One day, Stephen was heading to the mine. He was very excited. There was going to be a new fire crane for Boo Boo and Boogie, and so he went to the mine. And he had to go through the castle. And so what he did was the thing was already open, so he had no luck. And so he went through the castle to meet the fire cranes in the tunnel. He went into the tunnel, and when he went in, he saw the fire cranes. And so he got out on his side. And he stayed here to meet the fire cranes. "Hello," they said to Stephen. "I am Fundy the fire crane, and I am Fuzzaton the fire crane." He noticed that there was 2 fire cranes, but the only thing they noticed was they were big ghosts. Then there was trouble. He was not looking where he was going. He noticed he had fell down into a mine, and he crashed onto the track. Oh no. But then, luckily for health safety, there was Caitlin. And Caitlin was the one to get big, strong wheels. And so Caitlin went along to help. And so there was no mishap when Caitlin went to help him, because everything was safe and sound the way everything was. So Caitlin went along. "Hello," said Caitlin. She met the fire cranes, of course. Then what she did was she was a brave engine. She knew she had worked this before, and she did. Good, and Caitlin moved back to help Stephen. "What's wrong?" And then Stephen said, "Well, I was going into the mine, and I fell down." And so what they did was they had to go to the steamworks to be fixed. And they had to go in to the castle and ask the owl why Stephen had been repaired. And the Fire Crane Festival was tomorrow night, so they couldn't miss it. But if they missed it, they would be in big trouble because it was going to be a big success. And if they missed that big success, the owl would come where they were and get mad, totally mad. And so they went back to the castle to ask the owl for help. "Well, hello, Stephen and Connor. What is the big deal?" "Well, Stephen fell down the track because he didn't know he's a scaredy engine. When Stephen heard that, he got cross with him. He said, "I'm not a scaredy engine, I'm a very good engine." And so what he did was he went away and never take any notice of Caitlin. So he was back where he was in the mine. And went back into the mine. There we go. But the doors won't open. And then when he went back, he scuffled tight against the doorway. And then the doors opened. But when he went back, he fell. Now Stephen was in more trouble. He knew he would never get to the festival on time. So Stephen was lonely. Back at the castle, they were managing to go get the thing ready for the Fire Crane Festival. Then, back in the mine, the cranes heard a sudden whistle. It was Stephen. So what they did was a coach came running towards Stephen to help on the track. Then Stephen gasped. "What is that?" he said. But the coach was too small to go and help Caitlin. So there was some muscles, but the muscles were not high enough. So they made a plan to go rescue Stephen. At Tidmouth, Golden was told for some talking head to get Mr. Bubbles the Clown, the railway inspector, the mayor, the duke, the owl, for the grand festival of the welcome for the Fire Cranes at Ulstead Castle. Then Connell came along. Then Sir Topham Hatt said when Connell went, "You have to collect Mr. Bubbles the Clown." Connell was not happy. He usually collected the owl, the duke, the mayor, everyone that was famous on the island of Sodor. But now he was collecting someone very unfamous. But he had to do it anyway. When he went along, he said, "Stupid Mr. Bubbles the Clown! Why do I have to get in?" Then, when he went along, he noticed that Connell was blocking the way. And so what he did was he made a very naughty idea. He chose to push Connell right off the track. Oh no! Caitlin fell off the track. Now there was even more and more and more trouble. So Connell did something that Caitlin did something that he was never told. Connell lay on his side, feeling very sad of the big disasters. So Connell went along, Caitlin went along to collect Mr. Bubbles the Clown. He went along the track, feeling very sorry for Connell. Connell was the crossest one on the castle. Then, she was very brave. She was very brave indeed. So she went along to the station, and there was Mr. Bubbles the Clown. "Hello, Caitlin, I am very pleased to see you once I get in." Now, Caitlin heard him get in, and she went back to the castle to rescue Stephen. Rescue Connell. Then there was trouble. There was this crane ahead. Connell backed up into position. She didn't watch where she was going, and she fell off the track. Luckily, no one was hurt. Now Caitlin had to be rescued, and then they would miss the big Fire Crane Festival. Then the Fire Cranes were very, very grumpy that the owl had went away for a long, long time. They said, "Where was the owl?" "Here I am," said the owl. "Here I am. Now what is the big disaster?" "Well," said Stephen, "Connell fell down And then Cajun had to go pick up Mr. Bubbles. Now he picked him. Now Mr. Bubbles is hoped and lost his nose. And now Cajun is fell down. So is there going to be any help? Yes, he said. We have to get some cranes. So the big giant crane got Cajun back on the track. He carried Cajun very big and very wide. And then she went off to rescue Connell.
Wrap it up, it's got late.
After this. Don't worry, Connell, said Cajun. You will be all right. I've got you now. Connell was relieved to hear that. So Connell was back on the track, and they went slowly and carefully to pick up the mail. So they picked up the mail from the station, then went off to Wyndham mailing station to pick up the Leashy Boxy. So Leashy Boxy was on board. Thank you, Connell. Thank you, Cajun. Then lastly, they went to pick up the Oval and the Duke. Thank you, Cajun and Connell. Very nice of you. Thank you, Cajun and Connell. Very nice of you. They both said together. Then they said one another, and they were off to the fine festival of the Flames of the Oval Duke. So
wrap it up, Everett.
So they went along very selectly, and they went along to the castle. They were very, very happy. So they went along to the Grand Mead, and so there they were, the castle block thing. And then the pony began. They were very, very happy to have made a good friend. But most of all, they were most happy to have rescued each other and be very helpful to each other.